Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I don't know why I sounded so disappointed, but I'm very excited for today's video, because today's video is what's on my 2026 physical TBR. Now, to get started, I'm gonna go over some of the rules that's going on, not rules, but what's gonna play out in this video. Basically, I filmed a video last year talking about all of my books that were on my physical TBR in 2025, on my physical books, because I wanted to see what books I was able to take off of my physical TBR in 2025. I will say it wasn't a lot, so if you're expecting a lot, it's not. But I kind of wanted to revisit that video and sort of watch it with you guys. Not all the way through, but go through it. I'll screen record and you will see what I'm kind of seeing, and try and find the book and tell you if I took it off or if I didn't. And after we go through that video, again, not all the way through, we're just gonna skip around to see what books I have on that TBR. So once we get through that, I'll tell you what I have added onto my physical TBR. I thought it wasn't gonna be a lot, but I fear actually might be. Alright everybody, my battery might die. I don't know, we will see. But I really need to get started with this video because I'm just so anxious to start talking about it, because I've been meaning to make this video for for a month now, but it just, things have been pushed around, so I'm just actually kind of excited to start the video. I would show you my entire TBR card, but I'm probably just as we move down, I'll get on my knees. I'll put my knees on the floor to show you all the entire TBR card. But for now, so my knees don't ache, you're gonna get just the top half of this TBR card, okay? Great, let's get started. Alright, we have me, intro, whatever, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Okay, I think I start talking about things that I'm taking off of my TBR. Oh yeah, Terrible Thing by Matthew Perry. I am actually literally more than halfway done with this. I started this and I just put it down. I'm on page... Okay, so to continue off of that, I have it actually right here. So it's still not off of my TBR. As I said, I got halfway through and I put it down, and I still haven't picked it up since. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just can't finish it. It just kind of has gotten repetitive. I don't really know where we're heading. There's just, I don't know how to read a memoir, and I don't know how to say this without offending somebody's life, but I feel like it's just gone repetitive, that I don't really feel that an ending will necessarily tie anything up, or there's anything new to add to this memoir. But I'll finish it one day, hopefully. Oh, a goal from last year was to have less than 30 books on my TBR at all times. I really doubt that's the case right now. So, whoops. Let's get a move on, shall we? 100 TBR books, so, oops. Okay. Most of all, you. Did I get that off of my TBR? So, no. This is a spring book, so I'm hoping to read this in the spring. Definitely did not take it off of my TBR. Hopefully I get to it this year. Okay, next. TBR books. La Sombra del Viento by Carl. Yeah, no. Way down there. Oh my god. Give me 1 second. Okay, after scouring through I found it, La Sombra del Corazón by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. Unfortunately, this has not been read. This has been on my TBR for like probably 4 years, and I still have not read it. I kind of forgot about it honestly this fall, because to me it's a fall book. I'm a seasonal reader. I don't know why. I assign books to a season and I try and read it during that season. And fall has obviously passed, so let's try and get to this, shall we? Oh my gosh, this is gonna be such a reality check. Okay, next. Los Ruiz by Never Speak Any English. I want Britt Bennett. I just know Britt Bennett. I'm debating putting this here because there's one book that I'm not going to count on here because I know I'm going to give it away. Okay. The Vanishing Half. I want you guys to see me like digging through this, but I don't know how to do. Hopefully you can see a little better than that, but The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. I'm pretty sure this is about like there's 2 twin sisters. They're both half white, half black. One lives their life as white passing, and one lives their life, I think, acknowledging that she's black. I think it's set in 1950. Yeah, 1950, 1960. So I feel like it's probably definitely interesting to see how it plays out. I was thinking about giving this away, but I think my reading taste is... This is definitely more up my alley now than it was probably like 2 years ago because I didn't want to grab this at all. But now, it sounds really, really interesting. So I definitely feel like I'm keeping this on my TBR. Thank God I didn't give it away. But still, that's been on my TBR for a while. Let's move on. Okay, women's fiction. So, out of my comfort zone, but I've been wanting to get into more women's fiction. Alright, well... That's still on my TBR. Where does it? Oh my god. Have we had anything that I've taken off my TBR yet? I don't think so, right? Yikes. Okay. Writers and Lovers by Lily Kane. Women's fiction. I feel I'm not gonna get to this year, but this definitely is a priority. Now, I feel like all of these books that I have now pulled out of my TBR is now a priority because yikes. That's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books that I haven't taken off my physical TBR. Okay. First book I hated. This is the second book. I do not think I will be reading this. Yeah, I gave that one away. That one I did give away. So. Oh. Now this book has been on my TBR for probably more than 3 years. This is one of the first books that I got when I first got back into reading. Let's see. A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. So this is definitely still on my TBR. I think I started it and then I didn't finish it. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned in that video, this is getting off of my TBR this Christmas. But it didn't happen. So I guess we'll have to wait till next again. We're probably going on the 5th year now that this has been on my TBR. That is horrible. We're moving on before I cry. Maybe I'll film it up. I started reading it. I got 28 pages in. Did not finish it. No. Did I finish that book? What do you think this was? No, I didn't. I never finished it. I didn't pick it up. I didn't even think about picking it up. A lot of these books I got so long ago that I'm not even interested in them anymore, but I have to do it because that's just a waste of freaking money if I don't read them. So, Kristen Higgins' Pack Up the Moon. This was so viral like 3 years ago. It's like a really sad story. Do I want to really read about a sad story? No. I already have so much going on that I kind of want to read not just a straight book that everyone says will make you bawl your eyes out. Like, it's meant to be an incredibly sad book, and that's just not what I'm looking for right now. We'll see if I read this. I really doubt it, but if I don't read it this year, I need to read at least half of these books. Oh my gosh. Next, read this 2 summers ago, so it's about like almost 2 years old. It's like It Happened One Summer. I did read it this summer. Yes, It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. I gave it 4.25 stars. I really love that book. It's a summer book. It's like in a small town. This very princess type girl, she gets sent away to this small town by her rich dad, and they create a life together there. It's so endearing. What I have realized this past year is that I love small town romances. I would never live in a small town romances, and I hate nature. I mean, love nature as the concept, but me actually being outdoors and in small towns, I think I'd die. I love cities, but reading about small towns is like my cup of tea. I love them, and I realized that, and I just have just come to terms with it. So It Happened One Summer was one of my favorite books. Like I really enjoyed. So there's one book off of my physical TBR, but if we're talking about, that book was on my TBR for like 2.5 years, so it's actually one of the more recent books that I put on my TBRs. If that sounds insane probably to a lot of you, but it's true. So yeah, let's move on. I have one book down out of, we have had 7 books. 1 out of 8 books we've gotten off of my TBR from last year. I like assigning it a season just by the cover sometimes. 28 Summers by Ellen Hildebrand. I have never read an Ellen Hildebrand book. I have a feeling that what I said in that video is true. I have never read an Ellen Hildebrand book before until this summer. I can check that off. And I got another physical TBR book off of my shelf, I guess. You can say metaphorical shelf. I did read it. I gave it 3 stars because it annoyed me. Like it felt like a 5 stars like halfway through the book, and the other half I got so annoyed. It was such amazing writing. I will probably pick up another book if her writing is like that in her other books. But yes, another book. So what? That's 2 out of 9, right? 2 out of 9. Okay. I don't know if I finished that. By Kate Canterbury. This is a spring book in my head. And a Jam by Kate Canterbury. I did get that one off of my TBR. So 3 out of 10. 30% so far is not bad, I think. We're shooting for 50, but that it obviously probably did not happen. So not horrible. I got that one off of my book. My TBR. I hated that one too though, so it was a 2 star, like 2.5 I think. So whatever, you win some, you lose some, but we got that one off. I got that. I am, oh okay, we're back. Bored. I got 36 pages in, and all I could think about how bored I was. I'm sorry. I will read everything I know about parties, dates, friends, jobs, everything I know about love by Dolly Alderton. It's a memoir. Unless I like the person I'm reading about, or like it has to be a really interesting memoir, or it's like a famous person that I really want to know more about their life, or has some sort of theme, I'll pick up the memoir. I actually really like them if that's the case. However, this one, it's still on my shelf. I don't know anything about Dolly Alderton, and just like a general talk about what life and love was to this person that I don't know anything about, I feel like that kind of bores me. But it's on my TBR, it's on my physical TBR. I bought it. I should probably read it. Unfortunately, I did not get this. I get it off last year. Sue me. I'm sorry. But we'll see. Maybe I'll pick up or something. Maybe I'll end up loving it and eat my words. Whatever. But yeah, that one's not it. Definitely by Elena Edmas. Yeah, I still have that one. The American Rooming Experience by Elena Hermas. I haven't heard the best reviews of this, and I try not to let that sway if I read it or not, but I got it thinking that would be as hyped, but people weren't loving this book. That kind of dissuaded me from reading it and picking it up. Unfortunately, did not read it last year. It's still on my TBR, physical TBR. Unfortunately, my camera did die, but we're back, and I did eat hot chips like while I was waiting for the camera to charge a little bit, so I might die again, but also don't mind the stains. Okay, I'm really hungry. Okay, let's not get angry. Moving on. Flock. Unfortunately, Flock by Kate Stewart is still on my physical TBR. This also doesn't feel like a book I'd enjoy reading, so that's fun, but it's a fall book to me, so we're gonna have to wait till fall again to read that. Well, even if we read it, but it's apparently everyone has to go into it really blind because it's really like, it's a mystery trying to figure out what the heck is going on in the book, but it doesn't sound that appealing to me anymore, but whatever. You should go the rest of these. Lovering, I'm pretty sure this is TV series. Tell Me Lies by Carola Lovering. Heard really good reviews about this, or maybe not. It's a toxic love story. I've gone through a toxic relationship, so maybe this will hit close to home, or maybe not. I think it's coming of age, but it is a TV show, and I am interested in the TV show, so hopefully if I'm ever interested in reading a toxic relationship, I'll pick this up. I do love Chuck and Blair, so maybe I'll love it. Very old warrior. Okay. I don't know why I'm counting it. I don't think I should count it because I'm not even close to getting to this point, but it's this Old Warriors book that I have. I have to read 8 books to get to this, so I don't think I'm gonna get to it anytime soon, but yeah, I still have it on my TBR, obviously. I got into like a weird time in my life where I was in a huge reading slump, so I decided to go back to my roots and reread Warriors. It's like when people reread Twilight and the Hunger Games. Mine would be Warriors because that was my childhood books, my preteen years that I would read. So what Twilight and Hunger Games is to you, Warriors is to me. So I was rereading them, and I read the first 2 series, but I haven't gotten back to it. I didn't go back to it last year, so we'll see if we go back to it, if I'm like in a really big slump or something and start reading it again. Okay. Pride and Prejudice. Yeah, I still have it. The classics just aren't in my radar right now. There's just so many books that I want to read before I even like dive into classics. But it is a really pretty cover. It's gorgeous, actually. It's like a light blue. But classics are not on my radar, so I most likely will not be getting into this book, but it still is in my TBR, which is basically the point of this video. Read that book. The very beloved Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. Unfortunately not off of my TBR. This is definitely up my radar though. This is definitely on my radar. I don't know why I said up. I love Ali Hazelwood. One of her books was a 5 stars and the other book was 4.75 of the 2 books that I've read so far from her. I just love them. They're just so, they are copy and pasted, not copy and pasted, but the characters are definitely similar and the plot is definitely similar, but she just does it so well that I eat it up every single time. So I'm hoping I get to it this year. I am so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, next. Oh, I keep doing that. I keep shutting off my phone and it stops recording. Okay. Hazelwood. I want to truly get the plot 2 months ago. You know what I mean? Like less than a year ago today. I got this. So this is also one of my newer books that I've added on to my TBR 2 years now, I guess, so it's not necessarily too new, but it's Stephen King's Billy Summers. I'm hoping to get to it this summer or this fall. This one's more like, it feels summer and fall. So I read thrillers in the summer and fall. I feel like thrillers can be good for either. So we will see. I do really want to read a Stephen King book though. Yes, I'm excited to read this. Any book that I have added onto my TBR 2 years or less, I'm not as mad at myself for not reading it. But there are quite a few that I still have not read that have been on my TBR for 3+ years, so that's horrible. Like a few books before. Around The Brand of the Nightingale! I'm actually just reading it now. We'll see if I end up actually reading it because I'm like 10 pages in and I'm not thoroughly engrossed in it yet. So, yeah. But I am reading it. It's still on my TBR as of 2026 so far. It still has, but winter is not over yet. So, until winter is over, I will not know if I'm going to have it on there. It's all the way over there, so I don't want to go grab it. So I'm not, but I still do have it on my TBR. Again. How do I do this? 1000%. Is it thick? With the thinnest? Okay. Okay. Another book that is still on my TBR, unfortunately. The Secret History of Donna Tartt, a fall book, so obviously I will not be getting to this until the fall, but even though it's a thick book, I am intrigued. I am intrigued of the whole dark academia world, and I want to dive into it really bad, so hopefully we get to it this fall. Alright, next. This page is back. Actually, is it? Okay. I think it might be private. The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. I actually did finish that book. I did take it out off of my TBR. And that was one of the first books that I got in 2021 when I first started reading books again. So I'm actually really glad that I took that off of my TBR. Alright, another book. The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, unfortunately, is not off of my TBR. Let me get it. Yes, the Kristen Hanna. Okay, I've been trying to film this for over, I think, I don't know, 3 hours. That's horrible. I have a sweatshirt on now. I'm sorry if you can hear my parents. It's cooking time, so that means there's loud music, Mexican music playing. So if you can hear them, I'm so very, very sorry. Let's do this, shall we? This was actually... I am very intrigued to read this one, though. I'm going to enjoy it. Okay, did we talk about Kristen Hanna or no? I don't think so, or maybe not a lot. Where is my Kristen Hanna book? Okay, well, my Kristen Hanna book is gone, apparently. Oh, no, it's right here. So, it's set in World War II. I'm excited. It's still winter, so we still have time to read this book. I will count at the end how many books I have on my TBR. Are we ready for more? I'm a little more energetic now, at least, I think. So that's good. Okay. Oh, okay. The next book, but we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. And then The Wild Winnipeg Me. I actually do have that book. I mean, I did read that book, so that's off of my TBR. Woo! Obviously, all the books that I read at 2025 is in my all the books that I read in 2025 video, so go watch that if you want any further details on what I thought about the books that I'm saying I have checked off from my TBR, from my physical TBR. Lee Bardugo. Wind and Rising, the third book in the Shadow and Bone trilogy. I did read that book. So slay. Another book that I can check off. Third, I read the 2 in the series. I'm just gonna finish it. The second one kind of threw me off, so a video that I wanted to film. So yes, let me count how many I have and then I'll get back to you. Give me 1 second. Alright everyone, I also have A Walk to Remember by Nicholas. Okay, yeah, so obviously I have not read this. This is a fall book, so we'll carry on to see if I read this in the fall. I've seen the movie, so yeah, but that's another book that I have not had taken off of my TBR. 23 books on my physical TBR, so that means, oh shoot, okay, I think I mixed one. Which one did I miss? Oh, The Very Much Downside. Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have not read that book. I have not read this book yet. And this is one of the books that I've had since I first started reading again. So it's going on like 5 years since having this. This needs to be read this summer. Let me see if I missed any other one. Don't think so. Anyways, I'm gonna move on to books that I have added onto my physical TBR. Let me actually first count so far. I'm waiting for that freaking blender to stop. Okay, so I added some books to my TBR card, just so you can visually see where this is going. I have The X-Files for Jessica Joyce. I was influenced by Sarah Caroli. Pretty sure it's a second chance romance, and I started reading it and I really was loving it. I just stopped because my mom was in the hospital, so I was like, I can't give this the chance that it deserves. Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. Of all the books that I've been getting recently deal with grief, and I can't do that right now with what I'm going through, because it just makes me think too much about what it would feel to lose my mom. So yeah, maybe that's too close to home. Anyways, it hits too close to home, yeah. Six of Crows by Lee Bardugo. Oh my god, the freaking machine. Since I finally read the trilogy, now I can read this, and I'm very, very excited. It's still winter, we still have a chance, but it's looking a little like we're not getting through all the winter books I want to get to. Watch Me by Tahira Mafi. Why is this cover gorgeous? The camera nor nothing, unless you see it in person, does it justice, for real. It's just literally gorgeous. I loved the Shatter Me series. It wasn't like my favorite, as a lot of people's reaction was, like as strong as people's reaction is to these books. I wasn't that into it, but I did really like it, and they were fast paced, so hopefully this gets me out of slump. Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. I got this as a gift. I'm so excited. This was on my TBR for the longest time, so this is going to be on my fall TBR. Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. I've only read one other Sally Rooney book. I don't know why I'm deciding to read her thickest book, but I was very intrigued by the sibling aspect that I think this brings. So I'm excited for that. With Avengers by Riley Sager. This is the only thriller, like true thriller, I think I have on my physical TBR, which we need to change because I do read quite a bit of thrillers, but you can find a lot of them on Kindle Unlimited, so that's why I don't really, buy a lot of thrillers. But yes, next, Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. I'm very excited. Another Ali Hazelwood book. Let's see which one I get to first. Next, in this second shelf, we have Ginger in Our Brains by Gina Rippon. It's neuroscience and it sort of debunks a lot of things, and I'm very excited to read this, except this is probably a book that I'll just be thoroughly annotating and slowly getting through in between books. Nick and Charlie. Alice Olsman. This is not a graphic novel, but a little novel, an actual book. But I kind of want to wait to read this after the sixth book comes out because this sort of time jumps. It's a novella, and I'm so. I just need more of them. I'm so excited that their next and final addition to the Heartstopper series will be coming out this year. Okay, now we have that, and then we have the bottom shelf here. For some reason, do not judge me, I don't know what it is about me that I love to keep books in Barnes & Noble bags. I don't know if it's just it keeps it pristine or it just feels like a new book or something, but I do like doing it. I have Carly Fortune, One Golden Summer. I'm so excited to get to this book this summer. I better get to it. I got a lot of summer books out of my TBR, so this is one of the only summer books I think I have, and I'm very, 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 very excited. I've heard nothing but good things. We have another book in a Barnes & Noble bag. It's another summer book. Nora Goes Off Script. It's so teeny tiny, and I've heard very good reviews of Annabelle Monaghan because she's like a literary fic romance novelist, and it's small, so it's just perfect, I think, and I'm so excited to read it this summer. I'm so excited for summer books. I don't have a lot anymore. I usually read a good amount during the summer. So there are unfortunately 2 books in the Addicted series, Long Way Down and Some Kind of Perfect, that I have not read yet still. So that's technically on my physical TBR, but I'm not counting it. I don't know why, I'm just not. So yes, let me count how many I have and I'll get back to you. Okay, I have 32 books on my physical TBR, which, to be honest, is not that bad because I thought it was going to be I thought it was going to be at least 40. So the fact that it's 32 really isn't horrible to me. Oh wait, did I count this? Oops, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so it might be 34. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 26, 27, 28. I'm like counting bad somewhere. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Okay, I'm actually 34. So, kind of bad, but we can do this. We can read more than 34 books this year, and we'll be fine. And we'll read half of that from my physical TBR. We're good. We're fine, right? No, 34 books total. I hope you all enjoyed this video and looking at my physical TBR with me. And I hope you all have a very great rest of your year. Hopefully, please come back to my channel. I promise it's a safe space here. I love you all. And bye. Thank you for watching.